Let's learn how to work with column widget. Until now in this tutorial series, we've just been able to display one widget at a time. Today, let's learn how to add a list of widgets using the column widget. Column widget is a layout widget that you can use to display a list of widgets. You can also align these widgets using a few properties that column widgets offer us. To get started, let's create a new widget inside of this widget folder. So come right here, click on new file. Let's call this file column underscore widget dart. Click enter and then type stl. Let's select the option stateless widget and start typing column widget, and you will see this option. Instead of returning this placeholder, let's return now a column widget. If you hover over this column widget, you will see we have a list of properties that we can use, and the last option is the children property. This is a list of widgets. So let's start by creating our widgets inside of this column widget. Call the children widget, and you can see right here we have a list, and here we specify the widgets that we want to display in this list. So the first widget I want to add is a text widget. Let's add this text first widget inside a column. Give it a comma, and then let's go to our home dart and just copy this container, actually cut it, and then let's paste it inside of this column widget. Give it a comma, and then let's call the icon widget, and here we have to specify the icon that we want to use. You can call the icons class dot, let's call the Flutter underscore dash, and this will add the Flutter icon. And after that, let's also copy again this text widget and just paste it right here. And now for the text, this will be the last widget inside of a column. Save everything. Now let's go to home.dart. Here we have to call our class column widget. Make sure to import the column widget right here. Save everything. If you get an error, just restart your app right here. As you can see, we have now a list of widgets by using this column widget. So I have an image right here so we can understand how to align the widgets inside of this column. So just let me just drag and drop it inside of my assets image right here. Here we have the main axis and the cross axis. So the main axis will be the direction that we are laying out our widgets. In the column widget, this will be from the top to the bottom. And the cross axis will come from left to right side. So if you come right here in this column and you hover over it, you will see this property, MainAxisAlignment. This will allow you to align the widget vertically. And we have the crossAxisAlignment, and this will align the widgets horizontally. And we also have the main axis right here. So let's start by using the MainAxisAlignment. This will take the MainAxisAlignment, and this is a enum. If you give a dot, you will see a list of options that we can use. By default, we have this star option, but you can use right here the center. Save, and you will see this will center all the widgets inside of your column. You can use values like and this will paste it in the bottom. If you use a star, this will be on the top. You have space around. This will add space around each widget. You have the space between. This will add space just between each widget. If you save, you can see we don't have space on the top or at the bottom. And you also have a space evenly. This will add a space evenly between each widget. So before and after. Save and you will see it. Let's change now. Actually comment this property right here inside of your container. We don't need it. And save. Now by default, column widget will try to be as big as possible, but if you want all the widgets to come close to each other, you can override by using the MainAxisSize property. This will take the main size. This is also a none, and we have two values. We have the max, which is the default value. That's why the container will try to be as big as possible. But if you use min for minimum, this will just be tall enough to wrap all the widgets inside of it. You can see this by changing the height of your container, let's say 100 pixels. And you can see now your column is smaller than before. Even if you try to play around with this property, let's call now the end. Save, and you will see this will not be placed at the bottom of your screen, because this will try to be as small as possible. If you want to change it back, you just change it to max, or you can comment, because this is the default option. So let's use this star now. So another thing about column widget, it will try to be as wide as the largest widget inside of it. In this option we have this container widget, but if you change the size of the container widget to 100 pixels and save, and this will be just large enough to wrap now this icon widget. You can see this by coming right here inside of icon widget. Let's wrap now this icon widget with a card widget. Hover over it, click on this yellow bolt and wrap with the widget, and now just change it to a card widget. Save everything, and you can see right here, now we can clearly see the edge of this icon widget. So if you come right here, let's call now the cross alignment widget. This will take the cross alignment. If you give a dot, you can see this option right here, the same as we have for the main axis alignment right here. So let's use now this star. This will paste all the widgets in the left side of your edge of your container. But if you change to end, this will be placed at the edge of your icon widget. Like I said, the container is just now large enough to wrap the largest icon inside of it. But you can override this option by using stretch option right here. This will fill the container, and you can see now all the widgets is large enough to fill the available space on horizontally. Even we are defining right here the width and the height constraint in the container. You can clearly see that it just ignoring our option right here. One thing to notice about container widget doesn't allow you to scroll. So if you add more widget than the available space, you will get an error. But we have a way to fix it. This we'll see it as we move forward in this tutorial series. You can use column widget in combination with row widget that we'll learn in the next video to create your user interface. This is a pattern that will be seen in Flutter. When you need to create your user interface, you can use nesting column widget with row widget to create more complex layout. So this is it for this video. If you find this video useful, give it a like and subscribe for more Flutter video. See you on the next one.